Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the performance of the AGL-LR Super Saiyan Broly and Super Saiyan Broly Full Power, his transformation, in the Omega Shenron event. Now, Omega Shenron isn't the hardest event, but he poses a couple problems. So firstly, he has AoE abilities which are very difficult to handle. Then on top of that as well, in his first phase, he disables evasion. He also can seal your units, he lowers defense, he does a lot of very interesting things. For Broly, his toughest phase technically would be the tech phase, due to type disadvantage, but he holds his own mainly through his guard mechanic and abilities. How Broly works is Broly is pretty tough, pretty good, fires a lot of additionals, and is a very strong character when he comes out, and then he will be able to transform relatively early on into his full power state. In doing so, you give yourself guaranteed guard again, but also activate the domain effect, which will give you more ki for the duration of 4 turns. Now, Omega Shenron goes from tech to strength to int. The strength phase is absolutely incinerated by Broly. Like, he literally can solo the strength phase depending on how many dupes that you have. And overall, I think Broly is a very, very good character. Where he is a lot of fun, I feel, personally for me, is in that his offensive capabilities and everything are very, very easy to utilize. He's a very ki hungry character, but you can feed him a lot of great ki. You have a ton of brilliant supports on super bosses now, with the Easy A to physical Broly, T-Line Lemo, and the Int Golden Frieza, who is a very, very good unit, by the way, that can really help him out. So lots of great support that I think helps him out a ton. And yeah, I think, his raw damage, his raw output is really, really good. But even at 55%, he does a really, really good job against Omega Shenron in pretty much every single phase. So I will definitely suggest you that you try him out here if you have been struggling with any of the missions. His team leader skill also is super helpful, featuring 3 different categories: full power, transformation boost, and super bosses. And by a combination of these 3, you can get yourself a pretty team underneath him that you can use. Obviously, like him as a headline unit on, but I think you got lots of options. You got Kid Booze, you got the Booze. You also have, of course, access to the Golden Freezers and the other super bosses, which is obviously great. The Zamasus, the Goku Blacks, etc. So all in all, I think between his leader skill, his own personal performance, and just everything involved, I think honestly a really, really, really good unit overall. And the thing with Broly that I think is really, really good is, even though the Omega Shenron phase or fight is around 3 phases long, Broly actually suits it very well, because his active skill and the way his domain kicks in and everything kicks in at about the right time. Remember, he basically incinerates that second phase, so he really, 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 really can transform as soon as he enters the interphase, and at that point he's very powerful. Guard, 26% damage reduction, extra ki, extra attack and defense, really, really good stuff. And alongside the other strong physical units on his team, he can just really, really, really dominate. So very impressed with him. You can see him tanking here with no items as well. So very, very, very impressed with Broly. I think he is a class above not the rest, because obviously there are some great units and great units coming, but he is definitely a huge volume damage dealer, no matter what team he's on. So Broly is awesome. He can definitely help you finish Omega Shenron with a lot of ease, so I wouldn't really worry about it too much. if you have him, you have access to a very strong team that can handle this event really quite simply. And Burley himself can obviously do a fantastic job as well. So that is pretty much it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. Let me know if you've been trying them out in hard content and what you think of Burley, Gogeta, all the units pretty much all together. But yeah, I think for me, good stuff.